resolution. This is an interactive process of collecting all the diverse perspectives, values and priorities in a situation and unifying them into a single and particular whole that yields a voluntary agreement or solution. This phenomena can be nicely illustrated by a copyright dispute involving the famous authors Fons Trompenaar and Charles Hampden Turner. One day, the authors received a letter from the Korean corporation Samsung. The letter mentioned that the company had found one of their previous books to be very valuable and translated it into the Korean language and circulated the copies amongst their senior executives who found the book to be most enlightening and useful. All very well, but there was only one catch, and that is the copyright of the book rested fairly and squarely with the authors, and they had not granted or licensed these rights to Samsung or anybody else in Korea. So definitely Samsung was in the breach of the International Copyrights Convention, though most likely by omission rather than commission. One of the options was to sue the company, but the authors found no merit in it, for the letter was written very nicely. It assumed that the authors should actually be delighted, and further, losing goodwill with a corporation the size of Samsung would not be very nice for either the book or the authors. Besides, Samsung had spent its own money in translating the English version into Korean. Normally this would have cost nearly $18,000 and guaranteeing quality would otherwise have been difficult. The authors also considered if they could negotiate a fee with Samsung for translating the rights to the company for those limited number of copies. But this sounded very petty and would likely irritate Samsung and also the British publisher who held the translation rights. So the solution they finally adopted was to write back to Samsung, thanking them warmly for the Korean translation and also expressing happiness that its executives had found the book to be of use. It further sought the company's advice on locating a good commercial publisher for the book in Korea. Several offers came very soon, and within a month, one was finalized. The book was published with Samsung's commendation on the cover, as well as mentioning that the translation of the book had actually been commissioned by Samsung itself. The sales were quite brisk, a good amount of royalty was received, and the little royalty that had been foregone on account of the copies circulated Samsung executives was much less than the cost of the translation. So this was a win-win-win scenario for the authors, for the British publishers, as well as Samsung. Now that was resolution in action, which is a process that seeks to promote a win-win solution for all the parties involved in a situation through a conscious effort at securing everybody's needs and desires. The term resolution itself indicates a situation where no conflict exists anymore and that everything is settled. It's a very useful ability in today's times. You may have also deployed it at some occasion in the past, whether at home or at work or in the community. Please recall such instances and carry those learnings forward into your interactions with others in the days and months ahead. Thank you.